African Union Communications, Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals, intelligence, and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoyi, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation as of February 19, 2026. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct the special military operation. Units of the North Force Group have taken up more advantageous positions and lines. They defeated 2 mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces and 2 territorial defense brigades near the settlements of Pisarevka, Bereza, Mikhailivka, and Miropolye in Sumy Oblast. In Kharkiv Oblast, units of 4 mechanized brigades, a motorized infantry brigade of the Ukrainian armed forces, and a territorial defense brigade were defeated near the settlements of Kazachia Lopan, Verkhnaya Pisarevka, Kolodeznoye, Veterinarnoye, Aniskino, and Ternovaya in Kharkiv Oblast. The Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 220 servicemen, 2 armored combat vehicles, 15 vehicles, 6 artillery pieces, 2 electronic warfare stations, and a counter-battery radar station. An ammunition depot and a supply depot were destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their tactical position. They inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized brigades, an airmobile brigade of the Ukrainian armed forces, and 2 National Guard brigades near the settlements of Lesnaya Stenka, Petrovka, and Novosinovo in the Kharkiv region and Brusivka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 185 servicemen, a tank, an armored combat vehicle, 17 vehicles, and 3 artillery pieces. 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved their position along the forward edge, defeated 3 mechanized brigades, a motorized infantry brigade of the Ukrainian armed forces, and a territorial defense brigade near the settlements of Belokuzminovka, Kondratovka, Konstantinovka, and Artima in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost over 115 service members, 9 vehicles, and 2 artillery pieces, including 1 foreign-made. An ammunition depot and 4 supply depots were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. They defeated the manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized brigades, an infantry brigade, an airborne assault brigade, an assault regiment of the Ukrainian armed forces, a marine brigade, and 2 National Guard brigades near the settlements of Anovka, Belozersky, Novoalexandrivka, Sergeyevka, and Vodyanskoye in the Donetsk People's Republic, and Novopavlivka, Gavrilovka, and Rypole in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 350 service members, 3 armored combat vehicles, and 8 cars. Units of the East Force Group continued to advance deep into the enemy's defenses, defeated formations of a mechanized assault, 3 airborne assault brigades, and 2 assault regiments of the Ukrainian armed forces near the settlements of Voskresenka, Komsomolske, Vozdvizhevka, Samoilovka, Barvanovka, and Verkhnaya Tersa in the Zaporizhzhia region, and Velikomikhailivka, Oleksandrivka, and Pokrovskoye in the Dnipropetrovsk region. The enemy lost up to 375 servicemen, 7 armored combat vehicles, 13 vehicles, 2 multiple launch rocket system MLRS combat vehicles including a Czech-made Vampire MLRS launcher, 2 artillery pieces, and an electronic warfare station. Units of the Dnipro Forces Group improved their tactical position. The Ukrainian armed forces destroyed the personnel and equipment of the mechanized mountain assault and coastal defense brigades near the settlements of Lyubimovka, Shcherbaki, and Orekov in the Zaporizhzhia region. Up to 20 servicemen, 5 vehicles, and a supply depot were destroyed. Tactical aviation, strike drones, missile forces, and artillery of the Russian armed forces destroyed a fuel depot, energy infrastructure facilities used by the Ukrainian armed forces, as well as temporary deployment points for Ukrainian armed forces and foreign mercenaries in 156 districts. Air defense systems shot down 2 guided aerial bombs, 10 rockets from a U.S.-made HIMARS multiple launch rocket system, and 301 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles. Since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 670 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 115 432 unmanned aerial vehicles, 650 anti-aircraft missile systems, 27,768 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,668 multiple launch rocket system combat vehicles, 33,376 field artillery pieces and mortars, 54,769 special military automotive vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.